Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hold My Nugget Studios for your 2019 College Football Bowl Game New Year's 6 game highlight commentary. We begin in the Sony PlayStation Fiesta Bowl, and Kyle Edwards-Helaire takes off, running away from UCF's coverage team the same way a real national championship does. He's finally tackled inside the 20. Then LSU would quickly turn the return into points as they'd line up for a 24-yard field goal, kick it through the uprights. It's good. They take a 3-0 lead. But much like losing your virginity, it would take little time to score, as in under 2 minutes, UCF would answer back as Greg McCrae would go into the end zone from 25 yards out. The UCF Knights now have the lead. Meanwhile, in the All-State Sugar Bowl, Sam Ehlinger takes the snap and makes sure Longhorn fans know you're in good hands, and goes into the end zone to give Texas a 7-0 lead. Out to the Rose Bowl we go. Dwayne Haskins takes the snap, looking over the middle. He's got Paris Campbell, chicken noodle. Ohio State got the lead. Touchdown Buckeyes. LSU looking to regain the lead. Burrow looking to his right. He's got a man. He plays for the other team. The pass is intercepted by Brandon Moore. Somebody just got tattooed. He's headed to McDonald's. Can I get a McPick-6? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Defending national champions in this bitch. Touchdown Knights.
No, 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 no!
I'm getting sick and tired of these motherfuckers talking about their national champions. If I see them in the street, I'll drop all their asses. Meanwhile, for Georgia, the misfortune continues as the punter puts his knee down while trying to field the punt. It's a dead ball. Texas would take advantage and tack 3 more points on the board as they take a 10-0 lead. And our first visit to the Chick-fil-A Bowl would see Florida take a 3-0 lead on a 21-yard field goal. But unlike Logan, back comes the Wolverines as Shea Patterson, looking towards his left. He's got Nico Collins, who took 3 pills of Viagra, refuses to go down and carries the ball inside the 20. Now inside the period colored zone, Shea Patterson looking towards his right. He's got Donovan Peoples-Jones, and Michigan now takes a 7-3 lead. Somebody hide Charlie Sheen, because here come the Tigers. Burrow looking towards his left. He's got Justin Jefferson, who goes into the end zone. Take a look at the scoreboard, because it's moving on up as they cut their deficit to 4. Washington would finally find their way to the Florists as they'd put up 3 points on a 38-yard field goal and cut their deficit to 4. Hey, DeAndre Swift, what was your pregame meal? Oh, I had some chocolate. What kind was it? Butterfingers. He fumbles on the place, recovered by Texas inside the 15.
Here we go!
Jesus!
I'm a Wario. I'm gonna win.
The UCF Knights, much like the elderly trying to chew on a peppermint candy, they're coughing up the ball. They fumble on the place, recovered by LSU. Ehlinger takes the snap and he avoids Georgia defenders the same way I avoided STDs when I went to Atlanta. He goes into the end zone. Texas has a 17-0 lead. Hey Kirby, your team ain't looking too smart. Joe Burrow takes the snap and tells the Knights defense, you think you could just lay me out on a pick-6? I'm gonna treat your defense like a pair of tits. I'm gonna play with them. He connects with Double D, Derek Dillon. He goes into the end zone and LSU regains the lead. You know, those Washington cheerleaders sure do look scrum-diddly-umptious. Dwayne Haskins says, why don't we just give it to Dixon, as he connects with Johnny Dixon, and Ohio State takes a 14-3 lead. Meanwhile, back at the Chick-fil-A Bowl, Florida would cut their deficit to 1 as they'd connect on a 28-yard field goal. Here come the Bulldogs, 2nd and 10. Jake Fromm, State Farm, connects with Brian Harry, and he goes into the end zone. Georgia cuts their deficit to 10. Hey, what the hell is Snorlax doing in a Wolverine jersey? Michigan called on the services of Snorlax. He used block. They blocked the punt, recovered at the 30. We're having a fiesta. We're playing PlayStation. Joe Burrow takes the snap, rolling towards his left. He'd find Justin Jefferson as wide open as a harlot's legs on New Year's Eve. LSU takes a 10-point lead. Michigan would capitalize on the block punt as Jake Moody would line up for 48 yards out, kick it through the uprights, and give Michigan a 10-6 lead over Florida in the Chick-fil-A Bowl. Texas would get in on the field goal party as well as they'd connect on a 30-yard field goal to give them a 13-point lead. Back would come Florida. Felipe Franks takes the snap, makes a move inside, and he would activate HM08 dive into the end zone as Florida would take the lead. Hey, you're Jake Fromm, State Farm, right? Yeah, fuck you. We use Allstate. He's sacked at the 44. The Ohio State Bloods in the Sioux zone. Dwayne Haskins looking towards his right. He's got Rashad Berry, who goes into the end zone. Ohio State takes a 21-3 lead. Michigan looking to even up the score just before halftime, but Pidgeot use wing attack. The kick is pushed wide to the left, no good. The Knights looking to cut their deficit just before halftime. Mac takes the snap, looking left. He's got Gabriel Davis participating in the 5 toes down challenge as UCF would score and cut their deficit to 7. To open up the second half, we head back to the Sugar Bowl. Jake Fromm, State Farm, looking for potential clients. Going down the field. What is Chris Brown doing down there? That's not Chris Brown. It's PJ Locke. He intercepts Jake Fromm, returns it back to the 38-yard line. Hey, I thought the bank was closed at this time. Not for Joe Burrow. He's going deep down the left side of the field. He'd connect with Jamar Chase as the LSU Tigers would take a 10-point lead. Here come the Wolverines, baby. Shea Patterson takes the snap, play action fake. He's got a man. But he plays for the other team. The pass is intercepted by Chauncey Gardner running down the sideline headed to McDonald's. Can I get a McPick-6? But McDonald's is closed, pussy. Get out of bounds. The Ohio State Bloods in the Sioux zone once again. J.K. Dobbins gets the handoff, goes into the end zone, and Ohio State takes a 28-3 lead. And for Florida, no good times. Felipe Franks would find his man as Florida would take a 10-point lead. LSU looking to extend their lead to 13 as they would kick a 28-yard field goal through the uprights, and it's good. 3 points for the Tigers. The Florida Gators would then open their Bibles to Chronicles 2 verses 8. If you're eating Rice Krispies, snap and pop better be accompanied by crackle. Trusting the power of dreadlocks, you'll always break the tackle as they carry the ball to the 1-yard line. Back to the Sugar Bowl we go. Sam Ehlinger takes the snap, stepping towards his right, looking to go down the field. The pass is going to be broke up by J.R. Reed. Wait a minute, did they just say he intercepted that pass? Oh my lord, what a catch! It's picked off, they take over at the 9, but wait a minute. Upon further review, it's determined it is not a spectacular interception as the ball hit the floor like you were teabagging somebody in Halo. It's gonna be incomplete. Back to the PlayStation Fiesta Bowl. UCF to punt the ball back to LSU. Watch out for that banana!
Mamma mia!
Let's go.
Butterfingers!
Oh no! Bingo! Ho ho ho!
UCF would take over at the 1-yard line, fail to get into the end zone, but they'd settle for a 37-yard field goal, kick it through the uprights. It's good, cut their deficit back to 10. The Florida Gators would once again trust in the power of dreadlocks as they'd go into the end zone on 3rd and goal and extend their lead to 17. They gave the ball to a guy with dreadlocks on the 1-yard line? I could never. Back come the Longhorns. Sam Ehlinger takes the snap, looking towards his right. He's got Colin Johnson participating in the 5 toes down challenge to move the chains to the 22. We're back to the PlayStation. Kyle Edwards-Helaire gets the handoff, and it appears he took 3 pills of Cialis because he refuses to go down as he'd fight his way all the way inside the 20. Wait a minute, is that Logan? Is Logan waking up? It appears the Wolverines have life as Patterson would find his man for a touchdown, but wait a minute, it was all a genjutsu. Desperation time for Washington, 4th and goal, down 25. Gaskin would find Sample in the end zone, and they finally score a touchdown on the day. Following the release of the genjutsu, Jake Moody lines up for a 26-yard field goal, kicks it through the uprights, and it's good to cut the Wolverine deficit to 14. LSU would take a 28-yard field goal of their own to extend their lead back to 13. Much like Stevie Wonder during a session of coitus at the conclusion of Valentine's Day dinner, he would struggle to find a hole as Sam Ehlinger would find his way into the end zone on 4th and goal after a struggle to give Texas a 19-point lead. They'd keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They would take out their Uno cards and tell the Georgia Bulldogs, 2 for your mistakes, as they would take a 28-7 lead. And just look at those Bulldogs sitting there looking like a bitch. Toros did not come here to play any games. But Jake from State Farm would waste little time looking to respond as he would connect with McCole Hardman for the Georgia Bulldog touchdown in under 90 seconds. One trip back to the Chick-fil-A Bowl, P. Ryan gets the handoff and he split in the middle of the Wolverine defense and carries the ball 53 yards into the end zone for the Gators touchdown. Washington still looking for their receipt to bring it to the sperm bank to get their comeback, would find their second touchdown and cut their deficit to 11. Did Snorlax go to sleep? Wake his ass up! Michigan would call on the powers of Snorlax. He'd use block and he would tell the Florida Gators, 2 for your mistakes. It's a safety.
I cannot believe it!
But on the very next play from scrimmage,
Oh my god!
the pass is intercepted once again by Chauncey Gardner Johnson. And I said Johnson this time because he done took out his nutsack while headed to McDonald's. Cause can I get a McPick-6? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Michigan ain't Shit! The necrophilia beginning in the Chick-fil-A Bowl because the Wolverines may be dead, but they're still getting fucked! Back to the All-State Sugar Bowl we go. Sam Ehlinger takes the snap, 3rd and 6, looking towards his left. He connects with Lil Jordan Humphrey. He'd open his Bible to Chronicles 13, verse 7. Can't stop, won't stop. The Lord our God has dreadlocks as he refuses to go down. LSU looking to extend their lead once again. They line up for a 26-yard field goal. They kick it through the uprights and it's good to take a 40-24 lead. UCF still trying to protect their perfect season. They'd go into the end zone, cut their deficit down to 10. They would score a 2-point conversion and cut it to 8. Ladies and gentlemen, 22 seconds of Jim Harbaugh. Back to the Rose Bowl, Washington still in desperation mode. Jake Browning would find Hunter Brine, who'd tell one Ohio State defender, hold my nuggets, suck my dick, on a phenomenal one-hand catch. Texas looking to extend their lead back to 17. They line up for a 45-yard field goal, but Pidgeot's making their rounds around the bowl games tonight. The kick's wide to the right. It's no good. Washington in striking distance. Browning looking right. He's got gas and extending for the end zone, and he just gets in as Washington would cut their deficit to 5. The Huskies would pull out their Uno cards looking to give the Buckeyes 2 for their mistakes, but the pass is intercepted in the end zone by Brendan White. He's headed to McDonald's. Can I get a McPick too? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Watch out for that banana.
Mamma mia!
Looks like McDonald's is closed, fool. But did the touchdown for the Huskies help them come back and win? Absolutely not. The kick would be recovered by the Ohio State Buckeyes, and Urban Meyer wins his final game as a college football coach on his career.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yes!
Last chance for UCF to defend their national championship and their undefeated season, looking to go down the field. The pass is intercepted. LSU is gonna win, and the 25-game win streak of UCF is snapped.
But this does put a smile on my face.
20 seconds left to play. Desperation time. Georgia in need of a miracle. Jake from State Farm finds a client who'd go into the end zone. They cut their deficit to 1 score. But did this help the Bulldogs come back and win? Absolutely not. They would fail to recover the onside kick, and Texas would win the All-State Sugar Bowl. Hey, Kirby, what you eating? I hear it's in good hands. It's a bag of L's for Georgia, Michigan, UCF, and Washington. Take out your Metro cards and get aboard the L train. Why aren't you following me? Why haven't you subscribed already? You don't hear this shit? I'm hilarious.
What's wrong with them? What's wrong with him?
So what's on?
You big dummy! Nancy! Nancy! Hold my nuggets. Suck my dick!
Yes, maman. Quoi?